the bus pre-trip inspection. So you look at the bus and you say, I'm looking to see if I can recognize anything broken or damaged on the bus from the first sight. Then you check if the bus leaning to one side more than the other side. If it leans to one side more than the other side, I have a problem with the suspension system, or my tires, they are not inflated properly, or the ground itself is not level. Then you check under the vehicle for any leak, fresh leak, oil leak, transmission fluid leak, coolant, power steering, etc. Also, if anything hanging out of the vehicle. In the top, we have 5 lights. The 3 in the center, they are the ID for this vehicle. This means this bus is commercial bus. All lenses well mounted or secured, properly colored, amber in color, no exposed wire, and they should work properly. The one on the side, they are the clearance of the bus. Also well mounted or secured, not broken or damaged, lenses not broken or damaged, properly colored, and all the lights should be clean. The headlights or the front lights, both of them from both sides, the lights well mounted or secured, not broken or damaged, lenses not broken or damaged, they are clean, no hanging wires. And here we have several lights. We have low beam and high beam, they are clear in color, and on the side we have amber lights color, and it serves as 4-way emergency, signal light, and parking light. Now I'm gonna open the hood and start describing the components under the hood. First, I will start with the general view. I'm checking to see if I can find or see any component broken or damaged. If I see any wires, loose wire, broken hose, etc. This is my coolant reservoir. Well mounted or secured, all bolts are present, it's not broken or damaged. It has a cap, the cap tight secured, and under the cap there is no leak. Hoses connected to the reservoir, tight secured from both ends with the clamps, no crack, no leak, no bubbles on the hose. And the level should be on a normal range. If the bus is not hot, I will open the cap and check the fluid. It should be on a normal range or above the refill level. Second component I'm gonna check here, I have my brake fluid reservoir. Also well mounted or secured, all bolts are present, not broken or damaged, has a cap, the cap tight and secured, under the cap there is no leak. Under the container we have the brake master cylinder. Well mounted or secured, all bolts are present, not broken or damaged, no leak. It has hoses connected to it, all the hoses tight secured, not broken or damaged, no holes, and no sign of fluid leak. Next component is power steering reservoir. The power steering reservoir, well mounted or secured, all bolts are present, not broken or damaged, has a cap, the cap tight secured, under the cap there is no leak, and the level of the power steering should be on a normal range. There is hoses connected to the container. There's here hose on the bottom, if you can see it. The hose not crack free or damaged, well mounted or secure from both ends with no sign of leak, and the hose has no bubbles or bulges and is not leaking. Here we have the oil engine dipstick. is not broken or damaged or missing. The way I will measure the oil inside the engine: first, the engine should be off, not running. Then I will pull out the oil stick, wipe it clean, reinsert it, pull it back, and take the reading. It should be on a normal level or above the refill level. If I need to add any oil to the engine, this is the refill cap where motor was secured, not broken or damaged. Under the cap there is no sign of leak. Next to it is the transmission stick. Also is present, not missing, not broken or damaged. The way I will measure the transmission fluid: the engine has to be running. Then I will take the stick out, wipe it clean, reinsert it, take it back, and take the reading. It should be above the refill level. Next, I'm going to talk about the first system, steering system. Here I have steering shaft connected to the steering box. It's hard to see it, but this is the one, and we're gonna see it. I'm looking at it from the top. Now I'm looking at it from the side. This is the steering column or steering shaft where motor was secured, not broken or damaged, not bent or dent. It should have maximum 2 inch of free play or 10% of free play. It's connect to the gearbox, and the gearbox where motor was secured, not broken or damaged, is not leaking. There is hoses connected to the gearbox. All the hoses, the one you see tight secure with the bolts, with no sign of leak. And the hoses, no crack, no fray, no damage, no bubbles, no holes. To the gearbox is connected the pitman arm. The pitman arm, that's the pitman arm where motor was secured. It's connected to the gearbox. All bolts are present, not broken or damaged, no illegal welds. It has castle nut. The castle nut is not broken or damaged and has cutter pin to stay in the place. Next is the drag link. The drag link also where motor was secured, all bolts present, not broken or damaged, no illegal welds. This is tie rod. The tie rod also where motor was secured, not broken or damaged, no illegal welds, all bolts are present. The tie rod, of course, is the one move the tires in the same direction. Now we're gonna talk about suspension system. This bus has coil spring. It does not have leaf springs. The coil springs where motor was secured from both ends with the bolts. In the both ends they have coil mounts, not broken or damaged, and they sit on the front axle. And the coil springs, no crack, no fray, no damage. Any crack more than 1/4 inch will put the vehicle out of the service. Next, we're gonna talk about shock absorber. This is the shock absorber where motor was secured from both ends with the bolts. The shock absorber should be straight, not bent or dent. It contains oil. There is no sign of oil leak. Also from both ends, it has rubber bushing. The rubber bushing is not crack, fray, or damage to prevent metal to metal friction. Finally, we're gonna talk about the front axle where motor was secured, not bent or dent, no illegal welds, no extra holes. Next, we're gonna talk about the brake system. This bus has a hydraulic brake system, not air brake system. So the ABS cable where motor was secured, no crack, no fray, no damage. Next, we're gonna talk about the brake fluid line or hose where motor was secured, not broken or damaged. This is the ABS, and next to it is the brake line. So not crack, fray, or damage, and no bubbles, no leak. This is the brake fluid line. So no crack, no fray, no damage on that line, and it's not leaking. From there, we're gonna go to the caliper. We will find the brake pads. The brake pads where mounted was secured, not broken or damaged, should be clean. No grease, no oil, no debris on them. Minimum thickness, 1/4 inch of thickness. Then we go to the brake disc or disc brake, also where mounted was secured. This is the disc brake here. Well mounted was secured, all bolts are present, not broken or damaged, no illegal welds, should be clean, no grease, no oil, no debris on it, and minimum thickness 1/4 inch. Now we're gonna talk about the front tire or the steering tire. The front tire of the bus should be original, no recap, no retread, no regroove. The minimum thread depth of the tire is 4/32, and I should measure with the gauge. The inflation of the tire should be according to manufacturer specification. Normally it's written in the manual or on the tires, and I should measure the air pressure with my air gauge, not by looking or kicking the tire. The two tires on the same axle, they should be the same size and the same type or kind, both radial ply or bias ply. The condition of the tire should be evenly worn, not one side more than the other side, no nails, no screws, no pieces missing from the tire, no bulges, no bubbles, no separation of the thread. The side of the tire, the same thing, no crack, no holes, no bubbles, no bulges. And the tire should sit on the bed of the rim with no gap and no air leak. Next, we're gonna talk about the rim. The rim, well mounted was secured, all lug nuts are present, the rim is not broken or damaged, no bend or dent on the rim. All lug nuts is present, each lug nut is tight and secured, none of the lug nut showing sign of rust or shiny residue. Stem valve, well mounted was secured, not broken or damaged, no audible air leak coming from the stem valve. The stem valve should not touch the rim in any place, otherwise will bounce against it and get damaged. The stem valve has a cap, tight secured, to prevent dirt going inside the valve and cause air leak. Oil hub, this is the oil hub, well mounted was secured, all bolts are present. The oil hub is not broken or damaged. It contains oil or grease, so there is no sign of leaking outside or into our inside. The tire should have enough clearance with the bus fender, should not touch it, should have enough clearance, and also should have enough clearance with the mud flap of the bus. We keep going. We see marker lights. Well mounted was secured, all bolts present. It's properly colored, amber, no exposed wire. Here I have the fuel tank cap, the cap tight and secured, not missing. Under the cap there is no leak. Then the fuel tank, I don't see it, but should be well mounted was secured, all bolts present, no holes, no fuel leak, and all the wire or lines connect to the fuel tank should be well mounted was secured with no leak. In the end of the bus, I see another marker light, well mounted was secured. Lens is not broken or damaged, no exposed wire, is red in color because it's in the back. We'll talk about the passenger entry door. well mounted, was secured, should work properly and smoothly. I will test it later on from inside the bus. The both door well mounted was secured, glasses is not cracked, free or damaged, no illegal stickers, and the weather seal is intact, no crack, no fray, no damage. And we'll find on the side of the door there is light. The lens is not broken or damaged. That light well mounted was secured, no exposed wire, should light on when I open the door. Battery box well mounted was secured, not broken or damaged. I will open the door of the box and I will find out there is batteries inside. The batteries well mounted was secured. They are the battery. They are well mounted was secured. Inside each battery there is fluid, acid. That acid or the fluid should be on normal level, not leaking. The connection cable well mounted was secured. No sign of rust or corrosion, and all bolts are present. Then I close the door, keep going. I see here I have the what they call it, lift door for the wheelchair. It's well mounted was secured. The door is not broken or damaged. Lens is not broken or damaged. No illegal stickers, and the door handle is not broken or damaged. Well mounted was secured. We will open them. To open the door, then we will find the lift itself. The lift is well mounted was secured, not broken or damaged. All bolts are present. All the hydraulic parts are working properly with no leak, and the control device or operating device for the lift well mounted was secured. The switches not broken or damaged. You don't have to operate or demonstrate how it operates, but I will show it to you later how that will operate. Then you close the door and you secure the latches. Under the door also there is light. That light will open when I open, that light will turn on when I open the door. Not broken or damaged. Lenses is not broken or damaged. No exposed wire. Then I see here marker lights. Well mounted was secured. The lens is not broken or damaged. Properly colored red. No exposed wire. Let's talk how this lift will operate. Let me show it to you how the wheelchair lift operate. So you turn the switch inside on the dashboard inside the bus. You turn it on. That will activate the whole system. Then you open the door. Then you turn on the switch on the operating device or control device, and has several switches. You push the down switch and the lift starts flipping and lowering down, as you see, to a horizontal level. Then you push another switch, will bring the lift down to the ground. Once the lift touches the ground, then you will load the wheelchair and secure the wheelchair. Then time to bring the lift up, you push another button. The lift start going up again to the horizontal level. Then you push the wheelchair inside the bus and you secure the wheelchair. Then you push the another buttons and you flip the lift up all the way. Then you close the doors after you secure the controlling device. And close the door and latch it. Then you look at the bus in the top and you will see 3 marker lights in the center. These marker lights is ID for this vehicle. It means it's a commercial vehicle because it's commercial bus. The lights is well mounted or secured, not broken or damaged, no exposed wire. They are properly colored red because they are in the back. And also on the side for we have also marker light from each side of the bus, from the left and the right. Both marker lights well mounted or secured, not broken or damaged. They are properly colored red because in the back lens is not broken or damaged and it's clean, no exposed wire. Then we talk about the window, the back window, well mounted or secured, not broken or damaged, no chips, no holes, no illegal stickers. There is a rubber seal all around that window, should be not cracked or frayed or damaged, and that window also serve as emergency exit window. Here I have my the tail lights of the bus. All the tail lights of the bus well mounted or secured, not broken or damaged, no exposed wired. They should work properly, and each light is marked and colored properly. The top one is red. The lens is red in color and serve as brake light. The bottom one, it's also, the lens is not broken or damaged, is clean, properly colored, amber, serve as a 4-way emergency signal and parking. And the bottom one is a reverse light. Also, the lens is not broken or damaged, no exposed wired. We go under the bus. That's the frame of the bus or the chassis of the bus, well mounted or secured, not broken or damaged, no bent, no dent, no illegal wears on it. Once you finish the pre-trip inspection for the bus, that you go to the driver's side, you enter the bus and you push the switch to open the passenger entry door. Then you go and you describe it. The entry door well mounted or secured, not broken or damaged, and should operate properly and smoothly. Then we talk about the steps. All the steps are present, well mounted or secured, no holes, should be clean. The steps light, well mounted or secured, lenses not broken or damaged, no exposed wire, they work properly. Handrail, well mounted or secured, all bolts are present, not broken or damaged. Then you step inside the bus and then we talk about the seats. You check all the seats and you'd say the cushion of the seats well mounted and attached to the seat itself. The seat belt is not broken or damaged or cracked, should buckle properly. Even passenger, they don't have to wear it. You check the frame of the seat. You say the frame of the seat well mounted, secure, no missing bolts, well mounted to the floor. The side window of the bus, all the side window well mounted or secured, should be clean, no crack, no chips on them. Some of the windows, they are emergency exit window and they are properly labeled emergency exit. You check the latches that well mounted or secured and they are not broken, and you demonstrate at least one window how it's working. So you release the latches from both sides and you push the window out. the alarm should sound. Then you close the window and secure the latches. The roof hatch where mounted was secured serve also as emergency exit. The handle to open the roof hatch is not broken or damaged. You turn it to open it, but really you don't have to open the roof hatch. Wheelchair lift, well mounted was secured, all bolts are present, none of them is missing, the hydraulics work properly and is not leaking. Then we're gonna talk about the dome light. All dome light well mounted was secured, lenses is not broken or damaged, no exposed wire, and the lens should be clean. You turn or you push the switch, this switch here, and all the dome lights will turn on, proving they're working properly. Here also we have handrail, well mounted was secured, another handrail, well mounted was secured, not broken or damaged, no illegal welds, all bolts present. After we finished describing the inside the bus, now we're gonna start with the inside cabin inspection. So you sit on the driver's seat and you tell the examiner, I'm gonna start with my safety. First, I will make sure the parking brake of the bus is engaged. You push the parking brake all the way down. That's the parking brake here. Also, you said, I make sure my transmission lever is on a parking position. Then we talk about the seat belt. You say the seat belt, well mounted, was secured, not cracked, frayed, or damaged, and it buckles in properly. So you buckle your seat belt. Then we're gonna talk about the review mirror. The review mirror, well mounted, was secured to the bus. Braces and brackets is not broken or damaged, and the lenses should be clean, adjustable, no chips, no crack, and no illegal stickers. Now we're gonna talk about the front windshield. The front windshield is not broken or damaged, well mounted was secured, no chips, no holes, no illegal stickers. It has a rubber seal all around. The rubber seal is not cracked, frayed, or damaged to prevent air and water from leaking into the bus. Then we talk about the windshield wipers. None of them is missing. The arm of the windshield wiper is not broken or damaged, and the wiper should have enough blade, and the blade is not cracked, frayed, or damaged, so they can clean easily, and they should be pushing against the glass properly. You turn the switch on to prove that the wiper is working. You have to demonstrate that they're working and there is fluid coming. The city horn works properly. Up here we have also a few switches. The first switch is to operate the entry door. You push it, the door will open and close to prove it's working properly and smoothly. Next to it, the switch to turn all the dome lights. You turn it, prove they're working properly. And the last switch is to operate the wheelchair lift. You activate it, and now you are ready to operate the lift. After that, we're gonna test the heater and the defrost system. So you turn the knob to the defrost position, and you turn the heater and you blow the fan, and you say, I feel the air coming. My review mirror, well mounted was secured, not broken or damaged, should be clean, no chips, no crack on it. Then we're gonna talk about our emergency equipment. In this box, well mounted is secured, we have 3 triangles. They should be red and amber in color, not broken or damaged, and I should know how to use them. Then we talk about the fire extinguisher, also well mounted was secured, not broken or damaged, and should be fully charged, and material inside not expired, so they have a tag showing expiration date and has safety pin to prevent accidentally discharge. And then finally, I should have 1 extra electrical fuse from each kind the bus uses. So now I'm gonna start the engine to check the ABS system. The light should come on the dashboard and switch off. This is the ABS indicator light switching on and off, indicating working properly. So now time to test the signal lights and the headlights. Remember, you have to do it twice. One time the examiner is outside of the truck to verify it, and when you do that, engine has to be off. The key on position, but engine has to be off. And second time, the examiner will be inside the bus, and you have to do it again, the signal lights and the headlights. Okay, all right. This is the switch to test the headlights and the signal lights. Right signal, the indicator lights comes on the dashboard, indicating is working properly. Left signal, also the indicator light comes on the dashboard, indicating is working properly. 4-way emergency or hazard lights, you push the switch and the indicator lights come on the dashboard, indicating is working properly. Now we do the same thing for the headlights. This is the switch for the headlights, and the first notch is for the parking. They turn on. The second one is to turn the low beam. You say the low beam is working properly. Now we're gonna test the high beam. This is the switch for the high beam. You push it away, and the indicator lights, blue lights, come on the dashboard, indicating is working properly. You do the same thing for the back of the bus, the end of the bus. Again, right signal, left signal, and the 4-way emergency. And then finally, we're gonna test the brake lights. You push the service brake down. This is the service brake. You push the service brake down, and the lights should come on. Okay. After that, you said I'm done with my inside cab inspection, and I'm proceeding with my hydraulic brake checks. So I'm going to do the hydraulic brake test. First, I'm gonna begin with my safety start. So I fasten my seat belt, and I say my seat belt well mounted was secured, not cracked or fray or damaged, and buckles in properly. 2. I engage the parking brake for the bus by pushing the pedal down all the way. 3. I make sure that the transmission lever is on parking position. And finally, I will check the ABS system if it's working properly for the bus. The way I do it, I turn the ignition key on position, indicator light for ABS should come on the dashboard. Here is the code, and should switch off in a few seconds, indicating it's working properly. And in the meantime, there is a red indicator light for the parking brake. It's also will illuminate here, the one, and that means it's working properly. Now I'm gonna test my parking brake. So I'm going to start the engine, and the parking brake is already depressed, engaged. I cannot move the transmission lever on D drive because the bus has a feature, they call it interlock brake, meaning you cannot move the transmission lever on D drive while the parking brake is engaged. So first I have to release the parking brake. Here you go. Okay, now I step on the service brake a little bit to be able to move the transmission lever to drive position. Again, engage the parking brake one more time. So here I'm gonna engage the parking brake for the bus, and now I will try to move the bus against that parking brake. The parking brake should hold the vehicle from moving forward. I'm gonna add gas a little bit, about 1000 RPM, and the bus should not move. Here you go. The bus is not moving. Is a good test. So parking is a good test. Put back the transmission lever on parking position. Next test I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test my service brake if it's working properly. Okay, I'm gonna move the bus 5 miles per hour and slam on the service brake. The bus should not go right or left, and I should not hear weird noises. So I'm gonna release the parking brake, step on the service brake to move the transmission lever on drive, and now I'm gonna try to move the bus. Put it on drive and move the bus 5 miles per hour, and then slam on the brake again. Here you go. I'm moving the bus and slam on the brake and say the bus did not go right or left. I did not hear weird noises coming from the bus, so the service brake is working properly. Put the transmission lever back on park position or parking. Next test I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test the bus if it has leak. They call it leakage test. To do that, the book says engage the parking brake. Okay, so I'm gonna depress the parking brake all the way down, and the transmission lever is in parking and the engine is running. Okay, the way I will do it, I will fan the service brake 3 times and hold it in the 3rd time and wait 5 seconds. The service brake pedal should not move down. If it's moved down, it means I have a leak. If it did not move down, it means I don't have a leak. So let's do it. Here's 1, 2, 3, and hold it. Count 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The pedal did not move down. It means I don't have leak. Is a good test. Release the service pedal, and I'm done with the test. Now here we have, there is a little bit confusion about the apply leakage test. Of course, hydraulic apply leakage test. The question is, the transmission lever should be on parking or in neutral. The book does not specify that. is the engine is running or the engine is off. Also, the book does not specify that. The only thing you need to keep is the parking brake of the bus should be engaged, fully engaged, and that's it. That's what the book specify. Engage the parking brake for the bus, and it's your choice if you put it on, if you leave it on neutral or on parking, if the engine is running or not running. Okay, it doesn't matter. So again, to do the apply leakage test, the bus parking should be engaged, and the bus running or not running, it doesn't matter. Is a neutral position or parking position, also does not matter. Okay.